Thank you for being here today. This is hot dog day for most of us, but it is hot dog with your finance day for those of us at JB Bryan Financial Group. AfroEconomics every year celebrates financial independence around the 4th of July holiday, hoping that most of you will have some time to participate. Last year, I spent it in the DC office with my clients and friends there the Saturday before the 4th of July. And I promised them this year that I would actually allow technology to make sure that I could service everywhere, everyone around the world. So please share this if you're watching it via Facebook. Please share this. I'm going to share it on the AfroEconomics with JB Bryan YouTube page. The AfroEconomics with JB Bryan is on the Facebook page there. And I want to say hello to those of you who are participating in the webinar. What's up, y'all? I really appreciate you registering ahead. And I hope that some of you that have not awakened yet will wake up and click through on the Facebook pages. There's I have in several locations, even if you follow me on LinkedIn, that I have the registration link. And it should still be available. That way I can continue to invite you to all of the upcoming webinars as well. I do regular webinars every Wednesday, so I'm coming back tomorrow and talking about your kids and your money and how important it is to financially empower our young people. And I'm starting off today at Virginia This Morning, CBS, Channel 6, in the Virginia area, the Virginia This Morning show, talking about ways to empower your children and bringing it to our noon session so that we can continue to talk about it as well. So I'm excited about it. Financial independence. And I wanted to make sure that I make a note to share financial independence to me. This is my opinion, JB Bryan. Financial independence is a way of life, not a particular amount of money. It's more than money, but it's most importantly, it's about you determining what you need for your life. So there's some people that actually did not participate. And I know that Monshell Hicks will back me up on this, that some people won't participate because they feel like that you're not talking to them. But financial independence is relevant to everyone because financial independence doesn't have to be, she said, yes, ma'am, that's right. That financial independence doesn't have to be what is defined to you by some television show on The Rich and Famous, and that you have to have, a $400,000 a month estate for after you have your baby. I didn't have that. we don't have that. That it has financial independence, but I still thrive for financial independence. Financial independence to me is being able to have the assets that are creating the income that will allow for me to maintain the lifestyle of my desire. Because there's a lot of things in my lifestyle that some people don't want. Like, some people don't want to be an entrepreneur. They don't want to even consider working on the 4th of July, but my lifestyle, financial independence to me includes entrepreneurship. And that's why I wrote AfroEconomics. This book has 10 principles that I want to make sure that we talk about of how they are, to me, truly what financial independence is all about. And AfroEconomics has included in the legacy edition, in the workbook and in the book, the Adinkra symbols that go along with it. So along with each of the principles to show you how deep rooted in our legacy, in our history, our independence is. So the first principle of AfroEconomics, your financial independence, is your legacy, discovering your why, discovering why you do what you do. why you get up on 4th of July and watch a financial empowerment video. Why are these things important to you? Do you want to have something that exists after you're gone? Of course you do. So what steps do you take? So that first step is legacy. Legacy is not just, but it does include having the proper legal documents, having the proper beneficiaries on all of your forms. And then, but legacy is about creating a lifestyle, a name, a commitment to your family that someone will be happy after you're gone to carry on your name and to say that they are a descendant of you. When you become an ancestor, that principle number 1 is developing your legacy, discovering your legacy, creating your legacy. So financial independence first, legacy. A second is realizing that it's about your self-reliance. The second principle of AfroEconomics is self-reliance. Learning to depend on yourself, learning to create the things that are needed so that you can be independent financially, that you can take care of your family, that you can take care of your own. So self-reliance has to become a priority. And self-reliance is something that I think that we're not really taught a lot and not taught enough. We're kind of programmed that you go to college and you go get a job and then you're depending on someone else, which leads to a lot of the stress in so many lives because you haven't developed that thought process that no, you have to become self-reliant. That you have to realize that no matter how large your salary is, the bottom line is you have to learn to depend on yourself. So that means you have to do wise things with the income that you're making so that because you know that that job will not always be there. There will become a time in your life that you don't want to go to that job that you've asked for. So how do you do this? You create and you put away income, and that's what I do a lot of, helping people maximize the opportunities that are available to them at their workplace and preparing them for a time when they're not there so that they can live off of it. A third principle of AfroEconomics is organization and planning. Organization and planning, Mr. Davis knows that it is important to be organized and to have a plan for your financial success. You know, you must have a plan, or you don't know, you don't even know what steps to take. If your plan is as simple as, I'm not going to create credit card debt. When I use my credit card, I will only use it so that I can pay it off each month. You know, that's a plan. So you get to your credit card and you know that you can't, you don't want to spend more than $500 on paying off your credit card, then don't put more than $500 on there. You realize that your plan may be that, you know, as long as I haven't accumulated, haven't gotten into a habit of being materialistic and living beyond my means, that I can live successfully off what I'm accumulating through my savings. Because a lot of times we talk all the time about save more, save more, save more. But if you're saving more, but you're spending more than you're saving, and when you're spending and you're going into debt, you're compounding that debt because you're paying interest on it. So it's definitely, Linda Taylor said, preach that one. You know, Linda will tell you, you know, Linda is an example of how successful you can be in life. Actually, she really is. I'm glad that she made up that point because we can learn so much. She has helped me so much through my career about staying focused. You know, see, she's a child of an entrepreneur. She realizes the impact that we can make as an entrepreneur, you know, and she's encouraged me as an entrepreneur, and she's taken advantage of her experiences in corporate America, not to just use her. So many of my clients are examples of what we can do together. You know, and Miss Hicks is saying that we need to work on an organization, you know, that we can, let me just see what she said. She said we need to work on organization and execution. I know you said that right. So that fourth principle, that third principle, she said organization, planning, I need to add execution. That's a very good point. And that's what we can do through these webinars, through these Wednesdays, through membership in AfroEconomics. You know what, Ms. Hicks, that's a good point. That's what must be why God brought the membership, because that's about execution. It's like, you know, okay, we listen. If you're like me, I listen to all of these ideas, people, very informative, smart people on YouTube all the time. You know, great ideas, right? But execution. You and your husband are executing how to create freedom in our community. That's execution. Create something that brings in people like me to talk to our community about financial empowerment. That's what they're doing. That's execution. So my fourth principle of AfroEconomics, now we know 1 is your legacy, 2 is self-reliance, 3 is organization and planning, 4 is knowledge. Knowledge. I mean, how are you doing things that you have no understanding of it? People are buying houses and they don't really understand what they're doing. I was talking to a new member of AfroEconomics, and he was saying that when he's purchasing his home and the loan officer did the mortgage paperwork incorrectly. And he was putting down this huge down payment, and then they were putting him in a program that didn't require the down payment. He said, I don't want that program, because he didn't want to have to pay the PMI, and he wanted to put the down payment on it, you know? Done everything right, so they had him in the wrong loan. So when they switched him to the other loan, they didn't change his interest rate. And I said, hey, wait a minute. And he said, well, I don't know. I don't want to slow things down. But sometimes, and I was trying to explain to him that if you're paying the wrong interest rate, you can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you're supposed to do over the lifetime of that debt. And we historically have done it too much, because every time we go out there and borrow money, we act like they're doing us a favor. And they're not. They're not. They make money from that interest rate that you're paying. So we got to have knowledge, because what we don't know can hurt us. That's what I have here. Knowledge. What you don't know can hurt you. 4th chapter, knowledge. So 5th is integrity, getting to the soul of your money. No, it's not okay to do anything for money. No, it's not. No, it's not okay for us to step on top of each other, use each other, dog out our community, steal from one another, steal from anybody. No, it's not. You have a responsibility as a person that looks like me to do a good job, to do the best, because you're blocking my success when you don't do your best. No, it's not. And that's what I wanted integrity to be in AfroEconomics, because I wanted it to represent how much responsibility I have for your future, how much responsibility you have for my future. We have to do our best. That's what integrity is about, doing the right thing for the right reason, for the right reason. All these little TV shows, you know, showing off all this stuff about how people get ahead, and, you know, they're doing all this stuff and behind each other's back and not operating in a form of integrity. I don't find it healthy for us to watch them. It's not even funny. That ain't the way the world works. That, most importantly, is not how God works. Because real wealth, real financial independence is being proud of yourself and operating in a realm of integrity. I agree. Orlando, well, thank you. Orlando Daisy, he agrees exactly. That is integrity. Integrity is the 5th principle. 6th principle is taking time to review and being accountable, reviewing what you have going on. When's the last time you looked at even your basic bank statement? Don't wait until there's something wrong. Check out that thing on the regular. It is amazing. One time I was looking at my banking, and somebody over in Europe was using my account for their Uber account. I mean, they got my account. They got my debit card, and they were like driving all over Europe. I was like, I haven't been to Europe. What the hell? Excuse me. What is going on? I was outraged. But if you aren't checking on the regular, then you're not going to see that. And they were just little, you know, like $30, $40. But you know what? On Uber, $30 or $40, that's a long trip. They probably went from one country to another. But that was probably huge. Because you could probably get to Charlottesville from Richmond, Virginia to Charlottesville, Virginia. You could probably get to Maryland from downtown DC on 12th Street to Maryland on $30 in Uber. So they were really getting somewhere. So we definitely need to review what we have going on. Review any investments that you have at work, any investments. I meet people all the time who say, I left this job 10 years ago and I haven't looked at that account. I mean, that's not good. That is not good. You know, if it's where you work and they go, I don't know, I just picked something, I'm not sure what I have it in. What you do with your money is probably more important than how much money you're actually putting in. It can make a huge difference. Person can save less, put it in the right area where they're investing in the right area, in the right component, the right fund, the right stock or whatever, right investment. They can do less, but they can do more with it than someone who might be saving twice as much, but they're putting it in an inappropriate, maybe too risky or too conservative, whatever. They're putting it in the wrong area for them, or it's just a bad investment. So we have to review regularly. So that 6 is to review and be accountable, be responsible, be in tune, be on top of things. And then a 7th principle of financial independence is the fearless entrepreneur. And that's where I come in. So I have an entrepreneurship membership of AfroEconomics because the 7th principle of AfroEconomics is being an entrepreneur, exploring it. I say even if you work somewhere, you have to carry yourself as an entrepreneur. You have to say, at least the responsibility that they have given me at work is my responsibility. I take ownership of what this company expects from me. Ed says, I check my statements every day. If I can go to YouTube and Facebook for 1 to 2 hours a day, I can spend 5 minutes to look at my bank statement and credit card statements. I know you said that right, brother. Wow. He said, I check my statements every day. If I can go look at JB Bryan on Facebook or YouTube, you're right, then I can spend 5 minutes to look at my money and my credit card statements. Wow, powerful statement. Look, and then even, or you could people spend 1 or 2 hours just looking at the Price is Right or stuff like that. And then they go, oh, girl, I ain't got no time for that. You know, so how can you not? Like Ed said, I mean, that's some great advice. So true, so true. So entrepreneurship is a big part of financial independence. If it's that you own your own business or it's that you carry yourself in a style of personal ownership of my finances, my financial future, carry yourself. More and more companies are connecting your income and any raise to your performance. That's entrepreneurship. And at its best, corporate America is buying into, you have responsibility for your income, your future, your promotion, your bonus. You see it, think about it. They're not, salaries in corporate America have flattened. Bonuses have increased. And what they're saying is your effort will determine where you get in this company. And then the 8th principle of AfroEconomics is having credit confidence, feeling good about your credit. As a member of AfroEconomics, we need to address any credit issues that you have, any tax issues that you have on your credit. FYI, you can look at the statements on your phone during your commute to work. No excuses. Someone bought $800 worth of Xbox on his American Express. I found it out the same day. I know that's right. If he found it out the same day, that means he was totally on top of his game, totally on top of looking at it. And it's so true. If you're living somewhere where you're commuting, getting on the metro, you have time to not just sit there and just listen and to just music, but I know that I can listen to me on YouTube and go over and do other things on my phone because of an upgrade that I did with Google. So you might have to do some things like that so that you can continue to function while listening to things. Because a lot of things you don't need to see. You don't need to see me talk about this as much as you need to hear me talk about this. So it's like he's sitting there commuting, and then he's going out and checking out other things, like who's stealing my money today. That's sad. You gotta check it out. And then, so having credit confidence, because actually if he had not caught that on his American Express card, that could have ended up ruining his credit if for some reason he didn't have the money to pay somebody else's debt off, or he didn't report it and have some sort of legal that you should have reported that, or whatever the reason. There's a lot of things that are on your credit that are not really supposed to be there. So take them off. Or that person might be actually going out getting American Express cards in your name. So check out your credit report. You get one free from each of the credit bureaus every year. You get a free one. Or you can pay a small amount and just go online and get all three. Find out what you're working with, look at them all together. Sometimes it's worth it to just pay the fee and get them all and know what you're working with just to check it out. You know, even if you just do that once a year because you don't want to wait for them to send it to you in the mail or, you know, whatever. But I know that you can spend, if even worst case scenario is it will cost you about as much as a pizza to see if anybody is robbing you on your credit report. So check out, stay in tune, see what's on your credit report. And then a fifth principle after credit confidence is number 9. Remember, protect your credit. Number 9 is determination. Determination. It is pure determination that has kept me, and the grace of God has kept me in business since 1995. Determination. Make your, and I have it in capital letters, your dream come true. Your dream. Your financial confidence is what you want, how you want to live, how you. It's all about you. It's about you learning what you want, what your definition of financial independence is. How much do you need to live the lifestyle that you desire during retirement? When is the last time you looked at your Social Security estimates for your retirement at different ages so that you can make a plan? So you can decide, even if you're a business owner, we have to constantly, that's why I have the Entrepreneurship membership, because we have to consciously think about what do we want to do with our business for the next generation. What is your succession plan? How much income can you expect to generate from your business if you were to sell it today? I'm doing a workshop for the state of Virginia on increasing, or how to increase the value of your business. So if any of you have a business in Virginia and you want information on that workshop coming up in August, it's going to be a nice little session that they're doing it out of the Minority Business Office, the SWAM office. You all will know more about that. But definitely find out about your business and how to determine the value of it. But determination is key for all of us, no matter what life career choice we chose. Determination is what will keep us going. And the final principle we talked about last week was Black health and Black wealth. Our health is so essential to our wealth, to the money that we keep in our pocket. If we cut off our career earlier, then we will actually, not be able to accumulate the funds that we're trying to do because of a health problem. So what can we do today so that we can have a healthy last 20 years of our life? You can actually, determine today how you want your future to be, because there's so many more health things that are not covered that you're going to have to spend much more of your money that you thought you would use for living. If you don't take care of your health, you can end up having to use that for your health problems, because health insurance and Medicare included are not covering as many medical expenses. There's more out-of-pocket expenses. So we need to be in tune with how your health and protecting your health can actually really, really help you over the long term when it comes to your financial independence. Before I leave y'all, make sure do you have any more questions for me? The chat has been great. It says, look at your statements. Yeah, during your commute to work, check out your statements every 2 to 3 days. That's what, yes, indeed. That's what Linda Taylor said. Good advice. I check my statements every 2 to 3 days. Now that's what's up. We do need to do that. I'm more of a, like Ed is, where I do everything on, everything on the phone, and I'm looking at apps for everything. But, that definitely I sit down with the AfroEconomics members that have brokerage accounts and show them how they can do online access to their brokerage account so that you can look at it all the time. And I was saying I want to have where the app links right to their where they can go on to their online brokerage account so they can look at it. I don't want to encourage you all when it comes to your investments to look at them every day like you should be on your banking transactions, but you certainly should be looking at your investments at minimum once a quarter. That's the minimum. That's why in the membership, we have quarterly meetings so that we're looking at, even if everything you have is at work, we want to look at that at least every quarter. Then when we get to the end of the year, we look at the annual statement, then you can get rid of your quarterly statements. And there's so many things now that they go, your quarterly statement is now available to you online. If you do that, we have to make sure that we look at it online. Download it offline. Get it offline. Because that can be convenient, but it can leave more room for error and not looking at the things like Linda does. So definitely, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you. I love you, Linda. I love you all. I love you all. And I sincerely mean it, that I appreciate the support. I thank God for you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you think about your health before you eat too many hot dogs. Think about your health before you eat too many burgers. Focus on the green stuff. Lord, I tell you, the green stuff has saved my life. So definitely focus on getting the greens in. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you email me at jb@jbbryan.com. Share this video. It will soon be up on YouTube. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. I'm JB Bryan, President of JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm in Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and New York. Monshelle, I love you. Love you too. Peace, joy, and blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're a blessing. Powerful group I've had of panels of on the webinar today. Please join them by registering. And those of you who didn't say anything, I thank you all too. I got my confident sisters and strong brothers on there, and I appreciate you all so much. And then please check out the links. Email me, jb@jbbryan.com, and I'll make sure that you get invited to every webinar. Have a great day, y'all. Take care, and check out the book, AfroEconomics. And if you're a member, you get a free ebook download of all the books, the book, the workbook, and the kids book. So check it out. Be blessed. Take care.